Aloha! I hope you're doing well. It's Lisa here. I'm the owner of Upside Down Pilates and Nourishment and the creator of the Joint Pain Eliminator program. And this is where I help women eliminate their joint pain so that they can have and get back to living a life that they absolutely love. But if you have a lot of joint pain, you're probably missing that life. So let's get back to it, ladies. Okay, today we are going to look at three, plus some bonus ones, benefits of coffee enemas for joint pain, and then how to do them. And this is part of phase 3, the action part of my Joint Pain Eliminator program. Remember the Joint Pain Eliminator program, phase 1, we go and investigate everything that could possibly going on that may be creating your joint pain. Then we set up a plan of action. Then we get that plan of action going, and then I crack the whip and make sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing so that that joint pain disappears. Okay, if you want to stay in touch with me, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to click the little bell so that you get the notifications. You can check me out on Instagram, LisaOrig_upside down. And then you can go to Facebook. So facebook.com/upside down Pilates and Nourishment. And that's how you can stay in contact with me. All right. So let's imagine that you could do something right now, today, that would significantly decrease, if not completely eliminate your joint pain, while at the same time starting to solve the actual problem that's going on. Imagine you don't need painkillers anymore. A little birdie told me there's a thing called a coffee enema that may help you out with that. Okay. So today we're going to learn about those coffee enemas and how they actually help eliminate that joint pain. And then we're going to learn how to do them. All right. So this may sound crazy, but for a significant number of people, believe it or not, you can do a coffee enema and then your joint pain will either significantly decrease or vanish. Not necessarily forever, but for right in that moment in time, in general, for the rest of the day. Now, this may not happen for everyone, but it really happens for a lot of people, including myself. It's one of those things that, until you've experienced it, it sounds like that can't possibly be. So, the first benefit of a coffee enema is that it can potentially stop your pain in its tracks. Yeah. So it's one of those things I think everyone's going to be a little different. But if your pain is coming from some sort of a gut dysbiosis, a clogged liver, gallbladder issues, parasites, bad bacteria, fungus, or yeast taking over the insides, and those things are getting out into your body and your body's launching an immune system attack on them, getting all that out of there will magically make your joint pain float away. Could potentially, you're going to have to try it out yourself to see if it works for you. It's pretty amazing. The second benefit that we're going to look at right now is imagine how amazing you would feel if that joint pain went away, especially if you have something like rheumatoid arthritis or gout or something like that. Imagine if you could do something and it wasn't taking a painkiller, it wasn't taking an immune suppressant, but you did it and then it just everything calmed down. Imagine how much that would lift your mood and your energy. So one of the things when we have joint pain, we get really tired, really tired. You can barely get through your day. And then when you don't feel good like that and you feel crappy, your mood is crappy. You don't want to go do anything. It's, you know what it's like. It sucks. So imagine you could do your coffee enema and then, woo, I feel great. Let's go party. All right. The other thing is I feel great. I can go and do my exercise now because I don't have joint pain and I'm really excited to go exercise. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. So anyways, it helps to lift your mood and significantly lifts your energy. Even if you don't have joint pain, doing these for the majority of the population really lifts their energy quite a bit because it gets all the inflammation down and out of the body. And the third thing is it actually starts to solve the problem while eliminating the pain. So a lot of times we'll take different medications or do different things, and they will eliminate the pain, but they actually start contributing to the problem, right? Everybody knows that NSAIDs are not good for you. They create more of a dysbiosis. So you're actually contributing to the problem. And a lot of these other meds that we're given, they're super toxic. So they compound the toxicity that you already have. Whereas the coffee enema, it actually clears out the bowels. It starts to knock down the overgrowth of the yeast or bad bacteria and parasites. You start flushing parasites out. And at the same time, you're cleansing the liver and then starting to get the gallbladder to pump out better bile. The whole system on the inside starts to work much better. So you're actually starting to help yourself get better and the joint pain goes away. What a novel idea. It's pretty amazing. Again, unless you've felt this yourself, you really don't know how amazing it is. So those are my 3 benefits, the major benefits of the coffee enemas for people who have joint pain. It really can significantly decrease it or completely eliminate it. It lifts your mood and significantly lifts your energy. And it actually starts to solve the problem, that underlying cause of why you have joint pain. All right. Now, there's other benefits to it. So when people have joint pain, they have a whole host of other things going on. All right. They have headaches. They have anxiety and depression. They have gut issues going on. They have hormone imbalance. Oh, Lordy, we've got the thyroid. Everybody's got the thyroid. They think they're healthy, except for the fact that their thyroid, which monitors their entire body's metabolism, doesn't work. That's not healthy, people. They've got gut dysbiosis. They've got other gut issues. They have diarrhea or constipation or something going on like that. They've got clogged gallbladders. The bile's not flowing, so they don't digest fats properly. They've got a clogged liver, and they're just toxic because their whole body, the way that the toxicity works is the way that the gut system works is that the bad bugs will start to clog up the liver with all of the bad bug poo. And so then the liver is clogged from the gut, and then the liver gets clogged, and then you're even more toxic because you can't detoxify the toxins that are coming in. And then, God forbid, you end up with heavy metal toxicity or something. So it just turns into a mess. And the coffee enemas help headaches go away. It helps to balance your hormones. So this is a lot of the stuff we talked about last week. Our hormones are processed in our liver. So if your liver's clogged, you're not going to have balanced hormones. Anxiety and depression, well, we know, everyone knows about the vagus nerve now and how the vagus nerve connects to the brain. So when you have some sort of what was thought of as a mental issue, anxiety, depression, or whatever, now we actually know you have a gut dysbiosis. And a lot of times that is simply just an overgrowth of some sort of yeast like candida. And the coffee enema will start to flush it out. And when we do the cleansing enema, which I'm going to talk about, it actually starts to knock down some of that yeast. Okay. Thyroid. Hello, people. Thyroid. Thyroid goes from T4 to T3 in the liver and the gut. So it's a very long process. I'm not going to go through the whole ordeal of it, but conventionally, the doctor will give you T4 and then you take it and then it's supposed to make everything be fine. Anyone who's been through this very long, myself, knows that that's pretty much a bunch of bull malarkey. So what happens is the T4 is converted to T3 in the gut, in the liver and the gut. If your liver is clogged, it won't convert. If your gut is dysbiotic, it won't convert. It turns into a big mess. So even though you're taking medication, things don't really get that much better. However, you could clear out your liver and rebalance your gut microbiome, and life might be a lot better, let me tell you. So coffee enemas clear out that liver and help that thyroid get from T4 to T3. Another thing it's going to help with is the gut dysbiosis. So as you start, like I said, clearing things out, then you can start putting good things in and they'll stay a lot better. So if you're clearing out your gut, you're clearing out your liver, and then you're doing things like eating fermented foods, making sure you're getting good, solid, strong probiotics and some prebiotics if you can tolerate them, then you can start to turn over that garden inside of your gut and start to really become healthy from the inside out. All right. Gut issues, diarrhea, constipation. Hello, do a coffee enema. You'd be surprised. Like if you're constipated and you can't go, just do a coffee enema or a cleansing enema. And then, you're not constipated anymore. It goes through. It helps to get the gallbladder. Like I said, the liver makes the gallbladder push the bile out. And so like we talked about last week, the coffee goes in and stimulates the liver and then mechanically makes it start to clean out and push the bile out. All right. Like I just said, it unclogs the liver and then it's going to reduce your overall toxic load because your entire detoxification system is going to be cleaned out and then able to deal with the toxicities of our crazy toxic world much better. All right. There you go. 3+ benefits of coffee enemas for people with joint pain and then basically every other problem on the face of the planet. Now, we're going to go ahead and look at how to do them now. So I'm going to give you a description of a good way that you can start giving it a shot, but I recommend to either purchase my book and then follow the guidance in my book, or I will put a link to where I recommend purchasing the enemas from, or the enema kits from, and the coffee from, and they also have really great descriptions on how to do them. All right. So basically, you're going to do, before you do the coffee enema, you want to do some cleansing enemas to get all the gunk out of your intestinal tract so that when the coffee goes in, it can be even more effective. So what you do is you're going to take a quart of water, and then let me show you so you know. This is a quart. It's about 4 cups. You're going to take a quart of water and you're going to boil it. So I actually like to do 3 quarts at a time to make sure I have plenty for 2 cleansing enemas. So I'll boil 3 quarts. You bring it to a boil and you let it cool. With our cleansing enema, we're going to put per quart a half teaspoon of baking soda. You want to get good organic baking soda, sodium bicarbonate, and a half teaspoon of Celtic sea salt per quart. So if you're doing 3 quarts, you're going to do 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda, 1.5 teaspoons of Celtic sea salt. This is going to make the water a little more compatible with the balance of your body system, the alkalinity of your body system. And the baking soda is going to start knocking down some of that yeast that might be causing that joint pain that you're not aware of. Okay. So you're going to boil it up and you want to let it cool to about between 98 and 100 degrees. All right. So you want it to be body temperature. You do not want to put very hot stuff inside of your colon. And if it's cold, it disrupts your microbiome as well. And then it also makes it hard to hold. All right. So you put it in the kit. You get that all set up. You can learn all about that through the directions on the website that I will leave the link to. And then you put it in. It's not as bad as you think. I wouldn't say it's a good time, in my opinion, but it's really, the benefits definitely outweigh the discomfort, at least in my situation. And then you're going to hold it for about 5 minutes. So I lie on my left side, put it in, slowly let 3 cups. I do 3 cups, between 2 and 3 cups. So you don't want to do the full quart. You're just going to do between 2 and 3 cups. And you're going to lie on your side, your left side, for the cleansing enema. And this is how I do it. You stay for 1 minute on your left side. Then you roll to the middle for 1 minute. Then you roll to your right side. then for 1 minute, then you roll back to the middle, then you roll back to the left side. By then that's 5 minutes. And then at the end of 5 minutes, you go and you let it go. And after the first one, you'll start to feel better. If you have a lot of joint pain or even just anxiety or brain fog or just you feel junk, it's going to start cleaning out your intestinal tract, which is where as we know, all disease begins in the gut. Let me say it again. All disease begins in the gut. So it starts to clear out the junk in your trunk. Yeah, I'm not that funny. Okay, so then you're going to rest for 10, 20 minutes because sometimes more will come out after that comes out. Sometimes a lot more will come out after that comes out. I just thought of another thing that coffee enemas help with that I forgot to say. Weight loss. It's pretty amazing how you start holding weight because you're all clogged up. And once you start to flush it out, a lot of the weight just starts coming off miraculously for some bizarre reason. Okay, so we've done one cleansing enema. We're going to do another one. So you wait 10, 20 minutes. More may come out. You can wait longer. You can take a nap. You can wake up, do another one, however you want to do. Then you're going to do that process all over again. So that's why you do 3 cups when you boil it and just let it cool. If it starts to cool too much, you want to warm it back up to between 98 and 100 degrees before you put it in the enema bucket. And then go through that process again. And then you rest. Then you're ready for the coffee enema. So when you're boiling the cleansing enema solution, you can also get ready with your coffee enema solution. So again, the link that I will leave gives you where the type of coffee I recommend to use because you want to make sure that there's no mold in it or anything like that. And you're going to boil it up. So you're going to I do 1 quart and then another cup. All right, so it's about 5 cups. So you're going to boil up about 5 cups I use 3 tablespoons of medium ground. The lighter the roast is, the more powerful the detox is. So if you're starting, I would do a medium roast. And as you get more cleaned out, you can do a little bit lighter roast. And then there's an ultralight super detox that I haven't ventured into yet. I don't know what might happen, but sure it'll be exciting. And when I do, I'll come and tell you all about it. But so you're going to use the medium roast, 3 tablespoons in a quart. And then I put a little extra so that as it boils down, I have plenty for when I put it in the bucket. And then you're going to bring it to a boil. And then you're going to drop it down to a simmer, cover it, and let it simmer for 15 minutes. Then you're going to take it off the heat, let it cool down, strain it with the special strainer that you can actually get on that link to the website. And then you'll use that. And you want to let it cool down again between 98 and 100 degrees. All right. So then you're going to take the other stuff that you had in the bucket, let it go out through the tube. Then you're going to pour the new coffee in, let it run through till all the bubbles are gone. Make sure to lubricate the little tip. All right. Then you're going to put it in and slowly let between 2 and 3 cups of the coffee solution in. All right. This time you're going to be lying on the right side to make sure that it doesn't get up too high into the portal area. But you're going to lie on the right side and stay on the right side for 15 minutes. Now you're thinking, oh my God, 15 minutes? Yes. Bring your computer in, bring your phone in, read a book, whatever, take a nap. So during the process, you may feel like you have to go to the bathroom really bad. You're going to try and relax and see if you can keep it for up to 15 minutes. This is why. At 12 minutes, your liver starts to release 60% more glutathione. Remember, glutathione is a super, super powerful antioxidant. And I am telling you, after the 12 minutes, it almost feels like your body just completely, at least my body, just completely, all the inflammation just gone, completely just goes away. Everyone's different. This is sharing with you my experience. And it's not just mine. It's my clients that do these on a regular basis feel the same way too. Okay. So you may have a different experience, but letting you know. So you're going to try your best to hold it. You may have to slowly build up to it. Like the first time you only do 5 minutes and then 5 minutes and then slowly build up to 15 minutes. But that's why you want to do the 15 minutes so you can get the glutathione release. That's going to help heal all your cells that have been damaged from all the oxidative stress of all the inflammation from your gut dysbiosis and parasites and bacteria and fungus and all sorts of stuff that's there, that's overgrown and out of whack. Then you're going to go to the bathroom and let it all come out. And you would be surprised how much will come out. All right. So after you've done, you can do 2 to 4 cleansing enemas and then a coffee enema. You'll feel quite a bit different. Joint pain may be gone. Your body may feel more relaxed. You're going to have more energy. Your mood will be more happy. And you'll think, oh my gosh, why didn't I know about this sooner? I don't know. I really feel like this should be when you come in and you get some sort of diagnosis like this should be the first thing that you are told. I was never told this by anyone until I started digging in and figuring it out. And then it's part of the GAPS nutritional protocol, believe it or not, that I am a certified practitioner of. So that's how you do them. It's really not that hard. The whole process, if you do 2 cleansing enemas and a coffee enema, takes a couple of hours. So you want to make sure you have plenty of time to do it. It's best to do the cleansing enemas first to make sure that you have everything out of there so that the caffeine can get in and make the liver start to clean out and the gallbladder work better. And then what would be really great after that is if you could take an Epsom salt bath. Now, how often should you do these? I think everybody's different. You can do one every day. You could do it on your day off. You could do one a month. I think the whole world, our world is so toxic. You can't get away from it. There's glyphosate everywhere. All of our medications are full of crazy toxins. The air is full of toxins from air pollution. It's just, we're living in a big toxic mess. And this is one of the things that really will help your liver function and your gut turnover so that you can deal with the toxicity that we're, living in right now. I'm going to get off my high horse about that. So let's review what they do. We talked about this in last week's episode. So what do the coffee enemas do? They clear the bowel, and then that's going to help reduce your lipopolysaccharides that's creating the inflammation in your body. They increase bile flow by getting your gallbladder to start contracting and push the bile out. They improve your detoxification because your liver, your gallbladder, and your gut are cleaned out. They improve your digestion because your colon starts to cleanse and then it gets a little more alkalinized like it needs to be. It's going to help you digest your fat because it's going to increase your bile flow. It's going to help you balance your hormones because remember, our hormones bind to bile. We talked about this last week, and then the bile will take them out. If you don't have any bile to take the hormones out, you may have estrogen dominance. Those are the ones we talked about last week. And then all the other ones, headaches, anxiety, thyroid, the whole bit. Our detox system is so important for us, and this is one of the fastest, cheapest, easiest ways to manually get it moving. And it's really cheap, and it's really fast. And Crafty is here to say hi. Hi, baby. Are you going to say hi to the YouTube? Okay. We've been on about 20 minutes. So I'm going to leave a link in the description about where you can get your kits with more information about coffee enemas and then how to do them. Also, you can download, click in the description, the Ultimate Joint Pain Eliminator Starter Kit. There's information on them in there. And like I said, like the channel, subscribe. In the comments, ask a question. Last week, someone put on how they've been using them since they were 13, the coffee enemas. They're amazing tools. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention, it really makes your skin amazing because it clears out all the toxins, and your skin is a reflection of what's going on in your gut. So when it clears out your gut, the eczema, the acne, the rashes, they all just start to float away because your skin's not being aggravated anymore. All right. You can also check out my information about the Joint Pain Eliminator program that I have and that I'm doing with people. And if you're really interested and want to get going and have me as your guide to reclaim your health, you can schedule a call. There's a link and it says book call, and then you can schedule it and we can chat and see if we might be a good fit to work together. That's it. So you're going to join me next week, and we're going to learn something about something you probably don't know. They're called probiotic implants. They're very important, and they help to get our good bacteria into the colon and the other bits of our intestinal tract, which can be really hard to do when you're only taking the probiotics this way. So we're going to implant them the other way and see what happens to our microbiome. Don't get too excited, kids. All right, thank you for joining me. Leave a comment, ask a question. I will answer it next week. And then don't forget, Tuesday is going to be our joint pain. We're going to continue with our joint pain in our lower back and our sacrum area workout. So if you missed this past Tuesday's episode, we started a workout to help stabilize our lower back and eliminate lower back pain. And then you do that exercise program, and then you go do some coffee enemas, you're good. And if you're not, schedule a call. We'll figure out what's going on. Alrighty. Thank you so much. Have a great, wonderful day, and I will see you next week. Aloha.